Hey everybody, Corey here coming at you with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes GAC. Taking a look at Kyber 3, and I do have a plan. There's a format to these videos, and if you are aware of the format from the one video that I did prior to this, you would know that the first portion of the video is scouting my opponent. I don't intend to do that for quite as long this time as I did last time. But there are some things worth talking about. So, I don't speak French. This looks French. We're going to say Jean-Luc Picard. Sounds fancy. He is at about 9.5 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 GLs and 1 GL ship. I have scouted him, and I am not... Well, 1, I can't get through his top wall. That's the first thing. But 2, I'm not confident I could get through his ships if I did get through his top wall. So just letting you know in advance, we won't be going top. I do have a plan for the bottom wall. However, I have very limited options. We'll talk about that when we get in there. But I basically have one answer for every team. And if any of them goes wrong, that is just the end of it. So we're going to see how that goes. In terms of his modding, we'll do what we always do. He actually doesn't have Ray. I usually look at Ray and I look at Slicker. Slicker 4 health, 2 defense, not very common. However, he has a good amount of speed considering the fact that he does not have a speed set. Decent health, good speed, the damage is kind of and I think I looked at his Luke, and his Luke was fine. No, his Luke is also doesn't have a speed set. Again, pretty good speed for not having a speed set, but the protection is kind of rough for what you want JML doing. So overall, he's not a complete goofball when it comes to mods. However, I'm not wildly intimidated, and I think his 300 drop-off is somewhere around Kersantin. Kersantin has 302, and then I think it's Chopper. Wow, Chopper at 301. Dude is rolling. Gas at 300. We'll do one more. We'll see. Yeah, he drops off at gas. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters, non-GLs, above 300 speed. 9.5 million. And if we do this, if we look at his Galactic Wars, for those of you who don't know, this is a pretty good gauge of how long someone's been playing. You do 12 Galactic Wars a day. There's 365 days in a year, and basically you divide this number by like 4,000. This guy's basically been playing from the start, so he's probably free to play. Now let's look at what's going on in here. So here's why I'm not going top. He has most of his GLs on defense. He has 5 GLs on defense. Jabba, Luke, Lord Vader, and then his gas is top with Padme. So this is not on the agenda. It's not going to happen. And that's okay. Because if my scouting is correct, he has junk on his back bottom, which is interesting. I mean, I guess you could argue these are probably his best defensive teams. But you'll see when we get to his back wall, it's allegedly, based on what I saw, it's pretty mediocre. If I was him and I was going with this strategy and I knew my back wall was that weak and I knew my ships, he tends to keep Executor on defense. His ships aren't bad. I would want people going top if I was him and I was placing a back wall as rough as his. I would definitely switch these bounty hunters out for Jabba, and I would probably even switch out Bo-Katan Mandalore for Lord Vader, I guess, if he's going to keep these same teams on defense. Now, what is my win condition? Well, I have no choice but to go bottom, so regardless of my win condition is going to be based on his performance, actually. But considering that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... he's taking Slicker and Sith Eternal on offense. That's scary. Why does he have a job or a Jar Jar Kron? I didn't see Gungans. He has Fastipa Datacron. So his Slicker can basically kill anything he wants. And his Sith Eternal, typically what ends up happening here is they're going to use Kylo against my Rey. They're going to use Sith Eternal against my Malgus. This is down bottom. This is if he's good, if he scouts me, if he thinks about it. Malgus gets SEE, Rey gets, what did I just say? Rey gets Slicker, and then all you're left to deal with is Finn and Phoenix, which, don't get me wrong, they're very fast, and my Finn does have Holdocron. However, I thought, am I crazy? I thought he had Bane. Did I see Bane? Can we do that? Bane. He has Cad Bane. So he doesn't have Darth Bane, which means there's not a free win waiting for him just by throwing Bane at one of those. A lot of his good teams are on defense, so I would be interested to see what he does there. My point is, if he wants to win, he needs to clear my bottom. My back wall is crap. He can clear my back wall, my bottom back, if he gets through bottom. I'm not entirely confident he can get through bottom. If he does, he basically wins because I cannot get any extra points up here. There's, I don't know. I plan on using CLS for a team on the back wall. That's the only thing I would use for gas. So I don't think I can squeeze out any points up top. And so all he has to do is basically take my bottom, and even if he drops on my bottom somewhere, my front wall is not that intimidating up top, and he can just take a team or two and he'll be ahead in points and he's done. What I need him to do, like I always need people to do at this point, is get stuck on bottom. I need him to get stuck down here. Then he goes top, he takes out the front wall, and then he gets stuck on Leviathan. I did put my Executor on defense. Since I knew I wasn't going to go after his ships, I just put some of my best on defense. This is throwaway, but it is what it is. So he might be able to take these two. I don't think he has anything that can get through Leviathan. So need him to drop bottom, need him to get stuck on the back top. I need to take the bottom two. Now, the way I say that, you would think, oh, not okay, just take bottom. If I can get through the front wall, I can take bottom. If I can't get through the front wall, I cannot take bottom. I planned this in advance. I have a very specific order of operations here. Bo-Katan gets JML, Leia gets Bane, and that's the scariest one because I've never done it before. My Bane is only Relic 5, and I know this is where Bane gets used, but I don't know the degree to which he just absolutely murders everything here. Like with Rey, it's pretty easy. I've never used my Bane on a Leia, so like if Bane doesn't beat Leia, I'm pretty much done. My Slicker, my Bane has to beat his Leia. My JML basically has to beat his Bo-Katan. I'm going to use Starkiller on his Bounty Hunters, and I'm going to use my Slicker with Padmecron on his JMK. If Slicker fails, or if Bane fails, it's pretty much completely over at that point. And so we're going to start with the one that is question mark, the safest, and we're going to go with Starkiller against the Bounty Hunters. That's the one that I use. Do I have any other Jedi tanks? There have been a lot of light speed bundles coming around lately. I guess it would be easier to sort by tank, not by Jedi. I don't know. Plo Koon counts as a tank? I didn't realize Plo Koon. I didn't realize Plo Koon counted as a tank. And as I'm looking at Plo Koon, I'm thinking other allies gain half that amount. I almost would legitimately consider Plo Koon over Old Ben for the turn meter. This team just gobbles up turn meter. And I think I'll do that because I don't have a home for Old Ben anywhere else. And I don't necessarily need Plo Koon for what I intend to use Qui-Gon on. So, okay, Jedi Tank, Ufu. And then let's just triple check the Ufus as well. Yeah, my only other light side Ufu is CLS, and that is not a thing for this. So, Here we... Ooh. Fennec. I just realized Fennec is there. That's okay, but she hits hard. Let's see how this goes. This would actually be another one where if I just happened to lose, I would, you know, question mark. All right, Bosk is stunned. That's great. I think this is already going in the direction that I would like it to. However, I'm open to being surprised. I was surprised last time. I could be surprised this time. We are just going to keep shocking everyone, proccing the staggers. Yeah, let's just keep doing this. I want Fennec gone. I did not realize it was Starkiller's turn. I thought I was going to keep shocking people. That's unfortunate. But it's okay. We will continue the shock train. That's okay. Do I want to pass this to someone else, or do I just want to take her out? I don't think I'm not gonna play with my food on this one. I'm just gonna take her out. I considered keeping her alive so that if she's alive, she's shocked. If she's shocked, Palpatine gets a boatload of turn meter over and over and over. I don't think I'm too concerned about that at this point, though. Who do I want to daze? Do I want to daze anyone? Is it really that important? I think I'll just take out Zam. Now we are unleashed. This should do us wonders. Everybody's stunned. That's great. I don't think it really matters what I do at this point. Everybody's just kind of dying. Yeah, that's fine. And this is what we were banking on. Please don't steal my banners. Fantastic. You know, it's so weird. Go replay the video. I've seen this 100 times and I don't know what it is. Mara Jade clearly was not, from what I could see, at full protection, and it gave me full protection. I've never been able to figure out what that is. I just notice a lot of the times it happens, and I just kind of go, okay, all right, full protection, if you say so. So that was the easy one. Now, what do you guys want to see first? You want to see Bane maybe embarrass himself? Or do you want to see the whole thing come to a screeching halt if Slicker doesn't pull this out? And I also need to remember, do I want to save Sith Trooper? Do I want to save Sith Trooper? I'm considering not using Sith Trooper because Padmecron absolutely like neuters attacks out of turn. Where is it? Well, there's that for starters, but this one. Whenever an enemy targets a non-galactic legend Galactic Republic ally with protection up while attacking out of turn, damage they receive is reduced to 1, and the enemy is exposed for 1 turn. So basically, if you get a bunch of attacks out of turn while they have protection up, you get punished. That is a lot of armor penetration. Now, the way this is going to go, we'll do Kenobi first. And I believe when I was scouting his Kenobi, yes, that's fine. You can yell at me. I believe when I was scouting his Kenobi, my Slicker is faster than everything that's going on over here. We clearly need Fastapa. I think I will just keep Sith Trooper. I mean, he might get exposed a lot. He might get exposed a lot, but I'm wondering if the cleanse will help. I'm hoping they go after First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. There's a lot of things that could go right or could go wrong here. Anyhow, I can ignore taunt. The way that this typically goes is you just keep Commander Ahsoka Tano locked down forever. Never let her take a move. Save all the stuns for Commander Ahsoka Tano. And that either works or it doesn't. Someone either pops off or they don't. Ideally, you want them going for First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. What a name, dude. Let's see how this goes. My Slicker should go first. He is. Oh yeah, and they all start with protection up too. I will try not to talk so much in this one, primarily because I have a feeling this is going to be tight. For better or for worse. That's a lot of damage. Let's get the swipe. We need to start siphoning ASAP. Let's give it back to Kylo. Let's stun her again so we can get siphoned up ASAP. Did I miss the memo? Did I miss the part where he got ultimate in like 2 turns? I must have missed that memo. We're just going to keep beating on Cat. Hopefully our other Kylo gets to take a turn at some point today. That would be neat. Yep. We're going to keep going for Cat. Keep going for Cat. And let's get some speed up. Yeah. We are going to stun her again. Get rid of all those buffs again. And now we're ready for a full ult. And we desperately need it. Do I want to swipe or do I want to ult? Do I want to swipe or do I want to ult? I want to swipe. I want to be stingy with my swipes. I need as many as I can get. These attacks out of turn really aren't going to do anything, but let's at least get the buffs off. That's fine. Ouch. That is a great reason to use our ult. And they are going for the pilot. That's something. That's lovely. Let's stun C-3PO so he stops doing things. Should have stunned Commander Ahsoka Tano. I broke my own rule. And I should be faster than her. He should not give her a turn. Let's do that. And yeah, I'm going to stun her even though she has damage immunity. I do not care. Let's start siphoning Padme. Even though we're not going to do damage necessarily. I need that damage immunity off of Cat before I can start hurting her again. And we just want to AoE as much as we possibly can to get as much ult charge as we possibly can. Let's get that taunt. Kylo, I don't know. Getting a little anxious with Kylo. I do believe this is generally how this goes. You just sit there banging your head against this wall, and then eventually you ramp so much that people die to your AoE. But we need to actually get there, and there's 2 minutes left. And yeah, I mean, it's Padmecron. What can I say? When they have more than 50% health, it's a nightmare. Or 50% turn meter. And I do think we're at the point. Yep. It's not going to do a whole lot. We do need to stun her again. Can't let her move. And I will continue siphoning her. She is stunned. Stun her again. We're going to keep doing this. Siphon. Yep. We're almost at the point. We're almost at critical mass. Let's get the speed up. We're there. This is the part where it either works or it doesn't. Oh, she's so thick. Okay, she's under 50% turn meter. She'll take some damage. This is going to be so tight. I'm terrified. Yep. So why not? Yes, I see you. Yes, I see you. You're upset. I know. Need to stun her. And she's under 50%. Oh, gosh. I need to get her while she's under 50. She is under 50. Siphon again. Boom. That's what you're waiting for the whole time. You ramp. You ramp, and then you get to the point where you're doing so much damage that it doesn't matter if it's reduced by 50%. People just fall over at that point. Next up, Bo-Katan. Now, I looked at this. If you saw my last video, you saw my JML lose to Starkiller. And it's not even in hindsight. I didn't think it was going to work. I went and looked it up on Shwagadaguga, and there were just a bunch of 100% win rates, even without Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And everything in my brain, everything in my heart said, dude, this is not supposed to work. It's not going to work. And then it just was. And then it just didn't. It did not work. Now, I'm bringing that up because everything says that this is supposed to work. And I really don't want to be made a fool of one more time. I almost picked a bad Datacron. That was almost the wrong answer. Do I want offense, crit chance, crit? I want this one. I want this for crit avoidance. The goal here seems to be to take out Bando first. Trigger his damage immunity and then take him out ASAP. And then Bo-Katan, and then the rest of it, it's just everybody starts falling over at that point. So we want to open with an ability block. She starts with tenacity. Oh, this is... Why was he so loud? That was very odd. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear the no? That was like way louder than all of the rest of my volume. Very interesting. Let's get those buffs off. Let's give some turn meter back. Let's... No, we don't want to reduce cooldowns yet. We don't want to do that. Let's keep feeding it to Jedi Knight Luke. Let's... Now, do I want to reduce her cooldowns? No, we'll focus him. We'll focus him. It's what everybody, all the cool kids are doing. It's what we'll do. Focus him. Give it to Hoda. He's gonna do his thing. Don't... Good. Good. Fine. I was debating whether or not I wanted to pop it on someone who had damage immunity, but that's fine. Oh, it's on Revan. Didn't realize it was on Revan. Let's get rid of her buff. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's so bizarre. He's so loud. That's weird. Alright. He's still got damage immunity. That's fine. I say it's fine. I could just be wrong. I was wrong last time. He's still got damage immunity, so we are going to target him because we have no choice. But we'll do it to Hoda, so we can try to get to our ult. And I'm hoping that getting to our ult will accomplish something. Let's try to get an ability block. Good. I don't want her to do her mass assist. He's dazed. Let's give some turn meter. We're getting to the point of me saying I'm scared, to be quite honest. Progress is not being made to the degree that I was expecting it to have been made by now. However, that stun is going to be huge. That's a big deal for us. We do. Let's try to get that ability. Why is he so loud? That's going to bother me all day. Let's keep going. We're going to keep going. I want to reduce her cooldowns and get rid of her buffs. However, I don't want to offend her and make her fall under whatever percent HP, and then Bando throws a temper tantrum. Okay. Must not know what mechanic brings him back, because he didn't come back in the video I watched. Let's go for Bo-Katan. I'm already a liar. I'm going to go back to Mando, even though I don't know what brings him back to life. You say no. Sorry, that clicking is probably annoying. Forgive me. Yep. Get that protection back wherever we can. Yep, she's got tenacity down. We're going to keep trying for this. Quite honestly, I'm horrified. This is not going the way that I would like it to go. I don't know what's bringing Bando back. And I should probably learn the team. But instead I'm, you know, being a schmuck and a clown. And I thought I knew what I was doing. And instead I'm horrified. However, you say no. Keep Bo-Katan down. Yep, we are going to do that. Yep. We have only one choice. And we're going to go for the ability block again. I think... Okay, we got it. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking because this is going... I don't have a lot of time. Yep. We need to just keep giving him as many turns as we can. Yep. 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 I see you. Yep. Just don't bring anyone back. E. Let's do that. She is so strong. She is so strong. And I desperately need her to die. Desperately. Please give me one more turn. She is dead. Desperately. Let's go. I don't know. Yes, I know. You keep saying no. I know, you keep saying no. And we timed out. Life goes on. The hard part's over. Was there something in the cron? I don't know. The video I watched, Bando didn't just come back to life. So, that's okay. We have a backup plan. Leia, it's Bane. So we're going to do what we do. Sith. And we're going to go... No, my Savage he's low relics. We don't want that. We want a dark side Cron with a decent amount of armor pen, and I don't mind crit avoidance for this. Do I have crit avoidance and armor pen? I think this is the one that I used last time, and it's the one that I'm going to use. Right? Or do I want this one because it's like boatloads of armor pen? Let's go boatloads of armor pen, because I'm not going to use this on anything else. This is my first time doing Bane against Leia. I am pretty sure we open by reducing everyone's cooldowns. That was nice. And I'm pretty sure we do this next. Well, of course you do that next. There's nothing else you should do. Sith Empire Trooper will die. Probably could have not AoE'd there. There's a good chance that that would have been the intelligent decision. I believe this can't be dodged. It can be dodged. How about it? And I normally wouldn't say I want them to kill Sith Empire Trooper, but it would help. Why didn't I get my cooldowns back? That's okay. It's okay. It's alright. We are going to then reduce the cooldowns again. Great. People died. We're going to get rid of a bunch of buffs. Okay. Leia's gone. He's supposed to have Bad Batch on the back wall. And I'm supposed to use CLS on that. CLS is usually my my ace in the hole. Can I Wampa this? They have no leader. Such a weird team. I honestly don't. I'm not familiar with. Yes. Why is that so loud? That's so wildly loud. No. Inflict healing immunity, which can't be evaded or resisted. Yeah. That's not happening with Wampa. Next question is it happening with Rogue One? Do I want Rogue One for anything else? Can I do Bounty Hunters? Paz is going to taunt. I think I'll try Bounty Hunters because I don't need them for anything else. That's what I'm thinking. I do want... I forgot I had this. I do want Mando to stay alive for as long as possible because I'm kind of... My ace in the hole is if nobody dies, I just need him to annihilate someone. So he needs to breathe this entire time. So I think this is the answer. There's some health there for Bosk, even though he wants protection. What are you doing? What are you doing here? I forgot I had this, and I don't use this. Protection, crit chance, accuracy, health, and offense. I don't really need the offense. We'll do the health to try to keep the tank alive as long as possible. And we'll see. We will see. They're preloaded, of course. We knew that. We knew that. Ooh, nobody can assist, so we won't use that. Bosk can taunt. That's fine. We can... Yeah, let's get some counters. We're not going to use the net. It looks like we're pretty much just going to have to do this. Yeah, sure. There we go. We got stunned. This is going to take longer than I would like just to get payout because of that taunt. Don't know why he's not taunting anymore, or resilient defense, or whatever you want to call it. That's fine, though. It's what I need from him. And this is kind of going the way I need it to go. Everybody's dazed, so we're not going to do that. Yep. Dodge. This is the part where... Oh dear, another dodge. We're not blinded. Oh my gosh. Not like this. Please not like this. Not like this. Yeah. I desperately need my payout. So let's just try to... Let's ability block all the BS. Yeah. Yep, go for anyone but Mando. Anyone but Mando. Yep, that's anyone but Mando. Great. Goodbye. You were the problem. This is... What a team, dude. No leader. Can we appreciate that for a second? That there's no leader on this team right now? Ugh. Okay. So now he could win just by clearing bot if he doesn't drop. This is exactly what I was expecting him to have on his back wall. His Bad Batch is going to get CLS. And where's my crit? Yep, that's the one. That's my crit damage one. Who gets stunned right off the bat? I don't like when Hunter exists. However, Echo causes problems. So, let's do our thing. And let's do this. Yes. Do I want to do the damage or do I want to... Let's blind. Stun. And by stun, I mean just something other than... I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. We're having a moment. That Bo-Katan team just messed with my head. Honestly, like it totally threw off my groove. He threw off my groove. Also, don't remember seeing that there. That wasn't on my agenda, although I still think I'm just going to get this with an Omicron Qui-Gon Jinn. Geos are supposed to be troopers. My troopers should be able to run circles around the Geos. However, I was considering switching out range trooper for scout trooper, and I do think I'm actually going to do that. My scout trooper is now up and running, and everything here, it's probably overkill in its current state anyways. And so I think that's okay. And I actually... I didn't want to give inevitable failure to Dark Trooper. However, I have a plan, and I think I actually am going to give it to Dark Trooper. Because Scout Trooper can daze. He can daze, which can't be resisted, the Brute, which is what I want. And you'll see why. So I hate giving inevitable failure to Dark Trooper because it marks him. The Brute counters all freaking day long. And he always dies. He dies to counters. And we don't want that. So now there's a bunch of them exposed. Oh my god, this is going even better than I thought it would. Scout Trooper just makes the whole thing wild. This is overkill, but we just want to start getting them dead. And we're at the point where that's, as you can see, happening. So that's easy enough. And last up, Iden. Now, we can have a discussion here. People sometimes use Rogue One on Iden. I need to remod my Rogue One. I modded my Radis for speed, and it turns out that if you just want his hope to hit hard and nuke, which is pretty much what he does, it's how he wins, you actually kind of want to mod him for offense. And I have not been doing that, and I will shamefully admit he has lost to an Iden team in the past. And don't underestimate a low gear Iden. If she has her Omicron and she has her Zeta, she's going to do the things that Iden needs to do. That being said, I think the overkill that we're going for here is going to be Galactic Republic. Obviously Anakin. We'll do Ahsoka. That's fine. I actually want her because her basic is going to dispel Iden's buff thing that brings everybody back to life 9 billion times. I don't think I want General Kenobi. Oh god. I got these from the Lightspeed bundle. I did not put mods on them. That's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. We'll use General Kenobi because he actually does have mods. I'm a little iffy on that because he's going to taunt a lot, and I kind of want Qui-Gon to die, but I guess if we can just get through it without Qui-Gon dying, that'll be okay too. So, offense, crit chance, crit avoidance. We really just want a big boom when Anakin throws his temper tantrum. So I want crit avoidance and offense, ideally. Armor pen could be fine. Armor pen is something he doesn't naturally have. Let's go with armor pen. And who knows, if we go first, maybe we just wipe out 2 of them before she can take her. Why would I say if we go first? Because you don't go first against Iden. Yes, yes. You're all very fast. I know. You're all very fast. She's going to give the buff to everyone. It's going to... Oh. She didn't give the buff to everyone. Someone's going to die from this. Nobody died from this. I'm telling you, dude. Iden. League of her own. League of her own every single time. Let's maybe hope. You gotta go. Okay. That's what we were looking for. Next up. Not you. We can't kill you. Shore Trooper looks squishy, but he's actually not. So we are not going to do that. We're just going to dispel the buffs. Stark, dodge. Why wouldn't you dodge? Because I need you to not dodge. I'll tell you what's really weird. That's funny. I don't know why she's not using her ability that gives everybody the immediate revive upon death thing. It's fine. She can continue not doing that. That's what I'm... Okay, there it is. Because Ahsoka took her turn. So, naturally. Okay. This team just horrifies me. It permanently horrifies me. I'm just not going to use Anakin's AoE. This is exactly kind of what I was afraid of, though. Qui-Gon's just not going to die. It's always a weird thing to want someone on the team to die. However, if you're familiar with how this team works, you would understand why that's the desire. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. He is upset. And that is okay. Because I knew Stark was going to die. That's why I did that. And he should die. Thank you. Iden is just like... She can get you. Ooh, this is an interesting dynamic. If he just stays stealthed. This is an interesting dynamic. That's very annoying. Very annoying. Actually. Huh. Interesting, we'll say. I guess I have to AoE. Oh my dear. Is this how we lose against Iden? A scout trooper who just... Nope. A scout trooper who just stays in stealth indefinitely. It's working for someone. Clearly. Damage. Drives me crazy. Yeah. Really shocked at the Bo-Katan. I could probably do a little bit more research and figure out who was supposed to die first. I could probably do a little bit more research and figure out who revived who here. Maybe IG whatever and Grogu. They were doing a lot of debuffing, healing, things like that. And I'm wondering if leaving him alive was just dragging the whole thing out too long. They were getting stacks of Mandalore. They're getting more durable. He's still healing them. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do more research on that. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm going to leave it like this. I don't want him to know that I'm stuck, but I'm telling you right now, I'm stuck. There's nothing else I would use on gas right now. And that is the only team that I have any chance of beating. So I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to cop out, but I will lose that. I don't have anything for gas. There's no point in doing the others. And so, back to what we said at the beginning. What is his win condition? Well, now he could just take bottom, which is sad. Makes me sad. I didn't undersize anything, so he just needs to take bottom and not drop. Or take bottom and get a team or two up top, and it's pretty much over at that point. But the win condition now is he can't take bottom, goes top, gets stuck on Leviathan, can only take one zone. He takes one, I take two. That's the end of it. Not too hopeful. All right, we're back. And I would have a different tone if this went a different way. But alas, it did not. However, this opponent taught me something, and I think I'm going to switch up something that I do. So, he did go bot. He did trip up once on Phoenix, but he one-shot everything else. And as I've said before, my bottom back is garbage. Straight garbage. Leftover Separatists, garbage mods, Mon Mothma, no Zetas in sight, Night Sisters, no Zetas in sight. If you can get to my back wall, it's a free win. However, the lesson learned is this. Oh, he's still trying. He got stuck on my Geos. He got stuck on my Ewoks. I am actually reconsidering my current placements, and I'm thinking about putting Geos and Ewoks on my back wall. Oh, he did come around. He did come back and beat Geos. Okay, he's still attacking right now. But the reason I say that, right? So what's my strategy that I think I'm now going to change? My strategy is make the top wall more appealing. Try to get them to go top, but don't make it too obvious. And so I hope that they go top and get stuck on Levy, and then they get stuck on... We've been through this like a billion times now. However, it's now occurring to me that if I'm going to give them top anyways, I should give them top with even easier teams than this. I should put the junk from the back wall on my front wall, because they can just have one zone. I can always compete with someone for at least a single zone, so I don't really mind giving them top. And then most of the time they are just going to get stuck on my ships. But if I put, something like Geos and Ewoks, maybe I'll toss an Omicron on my Ewoks. Maybe I'm just having a day and I'm feeling frisky. But, if you put something stinky like Ewoks and Geos, and if they didn't save enough teams to handle them, then that could trip them up, like it tripped him up when he got to the top wall. The difference is, when they're sitting on the front wall, you can see them, and you can plan for them. You can allocate your resources accordingly. However, when they're on the bottom wall, you don't know what you might need to keep for the bottom back wall. And so you might end up spending a resource on my bottom front that you needed to beat Geos or First Order or Ewoks, these turn meter train teams. And then by the time you get to the back wall, you go, oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't know about this. So yeah, I'm thinking, since my top is where I really, really, really want them to go anyways, I might just rotate what's on bottom back, and what's on top front. And that way, if they do decide to go bottom, which is my weak point, they get stuck on my bottom back. And then if they go top, the way I look at this is if they can clear top and they can clear Leviathan and Executor and if they have all the resources to clear a Leviathan and an Executor, I'm going to assume that they are a large enough account to just beat me anyways, right? Because most people who are going to beat my Leviathan, they're either going to do it... Oh, they dropped on dash. They're either going to do it with a Leviathan mirror, which means they have Leviathan themselves, which is a big deal, or they're going to do it with the Chimera with the Inquisitor ships, the Grand Inquisitor ship and the other sister ship. But that means they're developed all the way to Inquisitors, or they're developed all the way to Leviathan, or both. And typically those accounts are large enough to where they should just beat me anyways. So then I don't mind giving them top because they're probably going to win anyways. And yeah, so just some reflections right now, the way that this is looking, if he just continues to get stuck. If I would have put Geos, Phasma, and Ewoks on my back wall, he would be stuck on one of them right now. And he would only be able to take... I mean, I guess he would still take 2 walls, but it would be front and front, and then he would be getting stuck. Yeah, I don't know. This is the nature of, not being the highest GP when you get into Kyber. You're still, it's always an uphill battle. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. He does win, right? Even if I came in here and threw everything I had and took gas in like 3 attempts, he wins. So it is over. He wins. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.